This is Andy Pro Boxing Social in association with Betfred, and I'm delighted to join by the trainer to Deontay Wilder, Deas. Jay with a massive smile on his face as we've just witnessed his man Deontay defeat Luis Ortiz with a 7th round KO victory. What was your thoughts on his performance and victory?
Well, I mean, anytime you beat Luis Ortiz, you've done something. The guy was fantastic tonight. Ortiz was everything we thought he would be. He brought his A game, and Deontay had to dig deep. He had to find the right moment to unleash the right hand, and he did that. Early on, it was a lot of positioning and trying to get to a position where you could be successful. So sometimes in boxing, you got to think big picture. So, oh, you were losing some rounds, but if you're incrementally getting closer to where you need to be successful, and you lose a round, you're maybe lose that little battle, but you've won a war. And so that took a while to get to that place. But once Deontay got to that place, he unleashed the right hand and ended it.
Did the fight play out how you expected it to?
Pretty much. I don't know. I hadn't really thought it through in terms of exactly how it would go. I kind of think through every possible scenario type of thing. But this was certainly one of them, which was, to try to get in the right position, take a little steam off Ortiz's shots, and then start trying to back him up and land some big shots ourselves.
Was you surprised at all by just how comfortable Luis looked in there? And he seemed like he was controlling the fight. He's obviously ahead on the scorecards, and a lot of people around were having him comfortably ahead as well.
Well, like I said, if you may be losing rounds, but you may be doing something bigger and better. You may be positioning yourself for success. So it was okay with me. I never was looking at it like we're down. We've got to, we've got to try to catch up or anything like that. Because I could see that Deontay's getting closer, and he had him lined up about 3 times during the fight for the knockout blow. One time the round ended, and Deontay looked at me, and I looked at him, and he's like, yeah, that would have been it, but the bell sounded. So there's a couple of moments like that, so I thought it was only a matter of time at some point.
What was Deontay saying to you when he was coming back to the corner looking for advice?
Well, Mark's in front of him, and so he was talking to him, but I just thought that after about maybe round 5, we can start backing him up a little bit, start pushing him back, that we would have success. And but Deontay's got a great IQ for boxing, and he saw the moment. And the best thing about Deontay is he doesn't see an opening and say there's an opening. Like, he sees an opening, and before it even registers in his brain, his hand is out there. Like, it's instantaneous. So that's big.
He's demonstrated throughout his career he has that devastating knockout power. Is there ever a concern that maybe it's slightly relied on too much?
No, because I think that probably his skill set is underappreciated. You don't beat Stavern when he was champion primarily with your jab if you can't box. You don't beat some of these, you don't beat Luis Ortiz if you can't box. I know it may seem that way to maybe, some people or the untrained eye, but you don't just go out there and hit people. They're trying for you not to do that. Specifically, if you're Deontay, they're really trying for you not to hit them. So to be able to get in a position with your feet, to be able to get in a position with your distance and your spacing and your timing, all comes into it, and that's all skill. All that is skill, and it takes skill. So people maybe don't see that, but that's true, and Deontay has a ton of skill.
And now obviously we look towards that February rematch with Tyson Fury. That performance and that victory, how much more has that just whetted the appetite for the public for that fight?
I think this is huge because Fury came through his last fight. He lived up to his end of the bargain. Against a very tough guy in Otto Wallin. People didn't give Wallin credit, but Wallin could fight. And I knew that going in. I said, that's a tough fight. And then, of course, we had a tough fight. So I think it's both guys lived up to their end of the bargain, and now it's on. So, I'm excited about it. I think it's the biggest fight in boxing. I think it's going to be so big. I think that I will have people that I have not talked to. I'll have people I haven't talked to since I was 8 years old calling me and asking for tickets. I'm going to have ex-girlfriends that I don't even know that are going to want to bring their family to the fight. Yeah, it's going to be insane, but that just gives you an idea of how big it's going to be.
Just a final question. Were there any nerves on Deontay's part, knowing what's around the corner with the Fury match going into tonight?
No nerves from Deontay. He doesn't think like that. The reason you get where Deontay has gotten is because you truly do. I know it's a cliche to say take one at a time, but this is heavyweight boxing, and Joshua has proved it as well as I could cite about 100 examples from Buster Douglas and Mike Tyson to Lennox Lewis and Oliver McCall and all the way through. anybody that doesn't take a job in this division 1,000% deadly serious is subject to lose in a very, very bad manner. You can't, I don't care who it is, you've got to take them seriously or it's not going to be good for you. So there was nothing like nerves or anything like that or pressure. He was zeroed in, and we knew how good Ortiz was. So that in and of itself was enough to prepare for.
When does camp start for that Fury match?
Well, if it's February 22nd, we would start December 31st. We'd go 3 days that week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, be off Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then first sparring group would come in that next Monday. So I've already charted it. I've already got it all lined out. We already know where we're eating. We know what kind of pizza Deontay's going to have on the 17th. We've got it all charted out, so we're going to have a good time with it.
And celebrations tonight, what are you going to get up to?
I don't drink, I don't smoke, my celebrations are ridiculously tame. I'll probably go to dinner with the family when we get back home, and we got Thanksgiving coming up, which is an American holiday where you eat way too much and take a nap, and so we're going to do that. But that's mostly mine. Will be so low key. Your viewers will find it quite boring what I would wind up doing.
I'm sure they wouldn't, Jay. But Jay, I appreciate your time this week. Thanks for speaking to myself on Boxing Social.
Anytime, just let me know.